Okay, so now we are going to create the search functionality for our controller. So you will see that here this is the um, endpoint definition for the search videos operation in the video index search portal, and you will see that it requests or it needs to it requests us to send it the location, the account ID, and if we want we set a query, also text scope, which is going to be the place where we are going to apply our searches to transcript, topics, OCR, annotations, brands, name locations, or name people, and we can set language and date ranges, paging, all of that. So what we are going to do is we are going to copy this URL. Okay, now we are first going to start creating the test, right? So let's go to our test project server. We go to the video indexer controller tests, and now we are going to create a new test for the search videos. Okay, I am going to rename all these tests. We can name it like that. Okay, I'll rename this one. This account access token async. Test. Okay. Okay, we change that test. Okay, let's change that one. And test search videos. And we can put the sync to this one if we want. Okay, now we need to instantiate the controller. Okay. Video indexer controller. Okay. We set the configuration. Result equals await controller dot search videos, and in this case we are going to have a keyword, and let's say that we are going to put Blazor in there as our keyword. We are going to generate this method. So it's here. We are going to set it to be an HTTP GET. Okay, we set the action string request URL. We set it for interpolation. Okay, and now we start replacing the things we need to replace. We have the location. Yeah. We can probably change that later to make it smaller. Account ID is going to be the account ID. Video search. So let's see which ones of these we will need. For now, we are only going to need, I believe, only the keyword and probably the access token too. Let's see. Those are all the parameters that we can actually set, but we are not going to use them yet. Okay, so let's see. Source language, we are not going to use it. This base, we're not going to use it. This one, no, no, no. Uh, yeah, this one we are not going to use it. This one, no, 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 no. This one, no, no. Query, we are going to use it. Text scope, not yet, but we are not going to delete it because we are probably going to test it later. No. And this, no, at the moment. So the query is the one we have. I'll add this there. Let's see. We are not going to have anything else than the query, so this is going to be the end of our string. Query is going to be equal to the keyword we are going to send. Now, HTTP client. We instantiate the client. Result is going to be client dot get from JSON async. So here we actually will test it. So let's see. Location is going to be trial. Our account is going to be the account that we have been used, which is the one we have in our connection, in our configuration. Okay, we are not going to use source language, nor is base, nor this one, nor this one, nor this one, nor this one. No, none of those. Query, we are going to use it. Text scope, not yet. And the subscription key we are going to use. It wasn't signed in, so it didn't recognize automatically my my subscription keys. So do it again. Location is trial. The account, that one. Remove all these except the query parameter. It already recognized this, so let's see if we click send. It says unauthorized, user not allowed to access that. We probably need to get the to set the account access. Get the, I believe it's the account access token. So we'll see if it's that one. I believe we need it. So trial, the account ID, load it false, and we get it for this. Let's see. Okay, we already got the access token. We'll copy it. We'll add a parameter. I believe was this name was access token actually. Let's see. Now we get the results. So we need to send the access token in the headers, the account access token. We need to send them. So remember what we did before. JSON to C#. We go to JSON to C#, which is this one. We get these results from here, and based on that we can generate the classes we are going to we are going to need. We wait for that to finish, we copy it to the clipboard, and then we continue creating the classes easily. You can do that all manually and not creating a lot of duplicate classes that the auto generator creates. But if you want to do it fast, you can do that. Search videos, and the file is going to be named search videos result. And this one is going to be named search videos response, and we add using for the list for this use generics namespace, and we can delete this example from here. Let's check the other one, which was already deleted or removed from there, and we can actually continue implementing our code. So, well, we know we need the access token, so our account access token equals await this get account access token string. We do not need that for it. Let's see. This method needs to be marked as async. Now we need to add the authorization headers. So we'll copy this and we'll put it here. We can actually extract that code since it's duplicated in a lot of methods, and just invoke a function that will actually create. We can create two functions, or actually then in a future video we're probably going to use I mentioned that we are going to use the HTTP client factory, and from the client factory we can by dependency injection or we can actually instantiate a client or create a client by using like a configuration. So we can set one configuration for the authenticated client and the other for the client that does not require the subscription key. Okay, let's see. It's going to be await client.get from JSON async search videos response. We send the URL or set the URL, and yeah, request URL. Okay, search videos response. Okay, and then we are going to return an OK with the result. And yeah, this is going to be a task fi action result. We go to our test, and basically this test is going to have the same validation for the type. We need to make this method async, and I believe our search I believe our test is actually ready, and the implementation of our endpoint. We are going to wait for that to finish compiling, and we will run the test. So we go to test and we'll search for test search videos async. We click debug and we wait for the debugger to the breakpoint to hit. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if we actually get the account access token. We have the account access token, and actually I didn't set it um, as a parameter, so I need to do it here, and I need to take out this comment, add the access token here, and set the account access token there. Okay, let's compile again and we'll test this. Hit compile, we will check that everything is working. Okay, so I believe that actually it's going to work. So we know that the access token was already retrieved, so there it is. Now we set the request URL. Let's verify the request URL. It seems to be okay. Hit the HTTP client, and I didn't add the authorization in here, so I believe actually yeah, it doesn't require the authorization. So yeah, we get some of the information that, or the videos that somehow were related to the keyword Blazor or um, a similar word. Um, so those are our results, and the test should actually pass. Let's just run all of the tests, and then we can proceed to create our search page. Okay, all the tests passed, so we are good. Now we are going to go to our client project. In the client project, we are going to go to pages. We are going to create a new page. Okay, and we are going to select, yeah, the razor component, search. So in this page, what we are going to have is page, search. Okay, what are we going to have in there? We are going to have a text box and a button. Um, Input type equals text, placeholder, type text to search, and we are going to bind these to a variable name keyword that we are going to have in our code. Private string keyword. You're going to set it as a property. Let's see. Class. I believe it was from control. Button. Type. Button. Class. btn. btn. No, let's say primary. Search. And we are going to handle the click. Search videos. So we need to have here the method name search videos, which is going to be the one being invoked when we click the button. We need to inject the HTTP client. I forgot how I name it in these ones. I believe I name it client, so I name it HTTP client, so we are going to name it like that too. In here, result equals we do wait. Okay, so we are going to do it to this HTTP client, get from JSON async, and then we are going to set the controller was named video indexer, if I remember correctly. Search videos. We are going to set this for interpolation. Okay, we are going to download this. We are going to set the keyword and the type. We need to import the namespace using shared models, search videos. So let's see if we can do sp.search videos response. Okay. Private sp search videos response. It's found videos. So we are going to set these to found videos. Now we need to wait for that. So we are going to do public bool is loading. This is loading equals true, and when we finish this is loading equals false. And now we are going to copy this code that later on we are actually going to move that code to a component. So here we do if is loading, we show the depth. Otherwise, we show the container. And let's see. Let's see if that okay, it's not going to work yet. Actually, this is not going to be there. I'm sorry. This is our search. Okay. We need to do the results. So when is loading, we showed it that, and otherwise we are going to iterate in these found videos results. And what do we want to show? Let's see. We want to show something similar to what we had in here. So actually we can just copy this, and now you see that this code we are going to duplicate it, so we can move that also to a component. I'm going to modify font videos, video page URLs, video thumbnails. So you see that there is actually a lot of logic that we may want in there to duplicate. So you saw that we need these variables, we need the initialization, and we get the thumbnails, the link, and we add this. So search, for each single video in this from videos results. Okay, what's the image source? Okay, so yeah, actually we need the whole block, it seems. Yeah, so yeah, we need the whole block, and the location we are going to set the we are going to do the same. We use the location, we request it to the API. We can probably cast that in a cookie or somewhere else, so we don't do that many calls. And let's see, it's not loading anymore. There are no errors, it seems. So let's see. Let's actually, before we run the application, we go to shared, we go to the nav menu, and we are going to create a new navigation item in here, where we are going to name it search, and we are going to set these to search. So if everything is working okay, we should be able to go to search, and it says that there is something that doesn't have a reference, but line 24 in the search so let's see why. Wait. videos.results. Okay. We can do, let's see, override. Meanwhile, should render. No, we can use that. Better no. This is iterating through here, but we don't have anything here, so we can do something like if these thumb videos not equal null, we render the div row, and we can iterate through all of the items. Otherwise, we don't even care about rendering that section of HTML because there is no data to render. So search, there are no errors. Now let's try to search for Blazor. We hit search, we see the loading, so we see that it hits our endpoint. We are not receiving a keyword, so let's see why we are not receiving a keyword. Because I didn't add the name in here. Keyword equals. Okay. Search. Blazor. Search. We wait for this to finish. Okay, you see that we have the Blazor keyword in there. We are going to search. We get the results. Okay. We have data. And something happened in there. It says that search in line 66 is having an error. So let's see. Okay, not this one. This one. Search in line 66. Yeah, that's because I didn't initialize these ones. We can initialize them in here if we want, so we don't have the problem. So they are always ready. Search. Blazor. We hit search. Okay, we know that the get data is already working. And you see that here we actually have the results from the based on our search, and we have the same ability of clicking this as we had in the videos page. You can click on them. Let's see what happens if we type something that does not find anything. We find no data. So we should probably do something like if these search videos equals null. Let's see. Actually, these search videos, if these found videos dot results dot count equals 0, because I believe that's never going to be null. Another error message. No data found. Okay, we are going to have here the message, and we can render it in another row. The class row message. So let's see how that goes. Blazor search. No data found. So we have successfully implemented our search functionality. Thank you very much and have a great day.